to embrace the magical side of life, where anything is possible and the infinite is accessible to all? Let's have a conscious conversation about what's going on in the world, in your life, and your relationship from the expanded perspective of your soul. The path to awareness begins and ends in the heart. So let's take it there, one step at a time, and learn to cultivate magic in your life every single day. In each episode, we share a collective space in which we discover the unique facets of our own magic and embody our superhuman qualities by humbly exploring how it's super simply to be human. Hosts Kai and Del co-create a magical experience to remind you that you are magical as fuck. Now, be unleashed. This is our daily magic.
His head was down because his father, bring your parent to school day to showcase your job.
Mm-hmm.
So what the father did was the father showed his mixtape. He gave his mixtape out to all the kids. So you see the kid with his head down. You know what's funny though, in regards to that, if you think about it, because they say, you know what's the equivalent, the female equivalent to like the local rapper trying to make it with the mixtapes and stuff?
What?
You ready to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
The ones who start OnlyFans accounts.
I don't think so.
Why?
Because
what?
I think that is the equivalent of like, because like rappers are like looking to make it, like they're looking to be discovered. Like,
I mean, I feel like any person trying to get discovered is a person on OnlyFans.
Really? How so?
Because they're trying to get discovered by the people who pay for their memberships. Yeah, you see, like, and the person who's rapping, they want to get discovered to get paid for their rapping. These people want to get paid for their stuff that they do on there.
But they're not doing it for free.
Yeah, but they want to get discovered. Is a rapper rapping for free? Or does a rapper have dreams, aspirations, actually becoming a big time rapper and making money?
I think there's another equivalent I'm looking for. I'll keep.
But the aspiring rapper who doesn't make it, it's equivalent to the aspiring OnlyFans person who doesn't make it. They're aspiring to make an OnlyFans and they don't make it. So they feel what it feels like to be the rapper who's trying to make it as well.
Interesting.
Hypotenuse. Welcome to. We just had a little bit of discussion leading into the live, talking about aspiring rappers and mixtapes and OnlyFans. Magical conversation. That's the thing that happens in a magical conversation that we have for today on our Daily Magic podcast, where it is Kai, myself, and whoever's listening.
Hi.
So it's good with these. We just have candid conversations and got a couple of things we wanted to talk about, especially we know the world is very interesting today. Well, world is always very interesting, but a lot of interesting things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know?
Did I know?
I'm talking about interesting things. Remember last week, 2 weeks ago, we showed the photo of the Diablo thing in New York. So Welcome to Hell, New York.
Yeah.
Do you know one of the scenes in the game is exactly the yellow sky?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I saw that. I said, no way.
Very interesting.
Yeah. What the? Oh, it's what's that green one called?
Moldavite.
There we go. I'm about to say turpentine.
Do you know how many necklaces I bought you with like some crazy ass like stone or alien thing in it? And
You know what's interesting though? The one you bought me, the big black one, it fell in my car and it disappeared. I kid you not, I searched the whole thing and I can't find it. It's like it just went to a portal or something. Like it's just like
that was the one from Mexico, right?
Mexico. Viva la Mexico.
Do you still have the one from Egypt? Oh Lord.
I have it somewhere. I took a shower and I took it off, and then I have it somewhere though. Somewhere, it's there. I still got this though. The cool pyramid. Shout out to Killa. Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing well. This is pretty cool too. Cool magical gifts. You know what I was actually talking about today?
What?
So we was having a conversation about limited beliefs.
Yes.
And constructive and concrete beliefs. So concrete beliefs meaning you believe whatever you believe, like this is what the absolute truth because I believe in this type of thing. And fluid beliefs. So can the construct belief turn to a fluid belief, meaning you're believing something. This is what you hardly believe, but you're open to hearing other beliefs, and you may shift the way you believe based upon what you experience or what you start to take in from other people and your experiences and stuff.
So I have no concrete beliefs.
Cool. It's good though.
That's interesting.
You're you.
Distinction.
You're you. But we were just talking about that in our conversation. We were talking about limited beliefs, where it stemmed from, and things like that. And I shared like, oh yeah, because I said from life, we got limitations put onto us from conditioning and our experiences and stuff like that. But one thing I was talking about with a belief that I had it as a concrete belief, but then shifted into a fluid belief, was about crystals. And I was sharing the story of the skull crystal thing. And my belief at that time, oh my God, it's gonna open up the portals. And literally it does though, but
and now you have portals that show up all the time.
I am the portal. There's no something electrically is burning.
Might be.
Oh no. So what I wanted to get into, what was I going to talk about? So that's the one thing. What else are we going to get into? Please help me.
Titanic.
Oh yeah. Well, first off, I want to extend my condolences to the families that are impacted by this. They just gave the wording of the submarine Ocean. Was it Ocean Gate? This is their name. Pizza Gate, Ocean Gate. I'm sure conspiracy theorists are having a boner right now.
Maybe they went into a portal.
Oh no, they actually found debris from the thing.
That was a joke.
Oh. But they said like the signs of debris, what happened was that it imploded. So
if it imploded,
I actually saw a TikTok diagram of exactly what happens when it implodes. It's like freaking like a Thanos snap type of thing. So like it implodes, it just goes in. So everything just get compacted, and then that happens.
A TikTok diagram.
Yeah, because the person explained it, or they showed it beautifully. Like pretty much it goes in and explodes, and just, everything just disintegrates.
So there really is not much debris.
But they said when that happens, they say it takes like 30 milliseconds for it to happen. So if that did happen, then they didn't really. Well, I don't know. I wasn't there. But when that happened, it's a quick thing that happens, but don't know how long it actually took for that to happen as well. Because they were saying yesterday or something, they're hearing knocking, hearing like thumps type of thing. So for all we know, that was them like dumping for their life. happening, and then this happened.
Well, they had like a radio back to the surface or something.
What do you mean radio? Oh, how they find out about that?
Yeah.
Oh, so technology. They put these things on the ocean. I don't know. I got a video or something. You can take a look at that too. But what they did, and I was fascinated. I was like curious about is learning about this type of thing. And they put these sonar things on the bottom of the ocean, and these sonar things could pick up noise, like distinct noises. So there's like a knock or something like that, and they're saying what they heard. It was distinctly like it was like a human thing, like a human type of sound happens. Happen like every 30 minutes or so. So don't know if that was like them doing that before the implosion happened or whatever, but still. But obviously, like on the internet, when it initially was happening with this being lost, and I was talking to my wife about this, I had this I had a part of me came up, a part of me that's a joker that thought about potentially posting a meme about this. I thought about doing it, and I shared her the idea. It was very interesting and like laughable type of thing. But then my empathy kicked in and my compassion, that part of me kicked in, and it was like, yo, like literally, there's human beings stuck in the ocean. Doesn't matter their money statue or whatever they are. They're human beings that are stuck in the ocean. And for me personally, that's like one of the greatest fears that I have of like drowning type of thing in the ocean. That's like in the plane, I'm like, so like, oh my God, like, cause I'm like, yo, I'm not, I think I'll just take a deep breath and that's it. I don't, nah. And also because all the stuff that's underneath in the ocean, in the words of the great Sebastian, under the sea. But yeah, well, obviously people online do what they do. People are making lots of jokes about it, different memes. I saw one person actually shared one I thought of. So it's like, oh, like in that collective space, oh, okay, I'm going to give it to somebody else, like the idea. And it went viral. But would I want to go viral of making fun of somebody during these times? Like, no. Because I, like me reverse, I'm like, how would I want people to, if I was in that situation, how would I want people to respond to it as well? So I responded the way I would have loved to be responded to if I was in that situation as well. But people online are like, that's what they get, billion. You're a billionaire and you spent your money on this thing and this thing was unsafe and all this other stuff. And you could have spent the money on like saving the world, like, like the normal stuff where they say what people who have money supposed to do, should do with the money type of thing. But at the end of the day, like I said, they're still human beings. Now, obviously, there's protocols. Could have thought about that to like maybe not do that. Like they actually interviewed one of the friends who's supposed to go on it, and he say after hearing about like the stuff about it, he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Wow.
So he didn't go on it. But I can only imagine the potential guilt he feels now.
Interesting.
Yeah. We can pull up some documentations to get you more into it. Pull up in the back channels. There's a video on it, right? Skip the ad.
Is there? Do we have sound?
If you click that.
I still don't hear anything. Maybe just read it.
I heard water.
Did you?
You hear the suspenseful music?
No. How do they see?
They don't.
Yeah. Interesting.
We are defined by the
We're not going to read that. Today is Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
The debris found Thursday near the Titanic wreckage site is from the submersible that had been missing for 4 days. Wow, it was 4 days?
Yeah.
The Coast Guard said in an afternoon news briefing, making it clear the 5 people on board died. Got it. So it's a 22-foot vessel.
Yeah.
And it lost contact with its support on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Like right in the beginning. They started and then they lost the connection with them, and then for the past couple of days or so it's been a search. But then that's it's 96. They have 96 hours of air left, or estimate air left.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 96 hours that expired on this morning at 7 something a.m. our time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. But obviously from the debris it imploded, so you don't know when that may have happened as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah. Okay. So you didn't do the thing because empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
It's one of those things, when you practice mindfulness. I was talking about this yesterday. Become more mindful of your thoughts and energy you give to it. But then also for me, what I do as a practice is like most of the time I question the thoughts when they show up. So in that one, I question it. Like the same thing you saw happen to me that one time when I saw that post online about whatever it was, some religious thing, and I could have responded to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked myself the intention, what is my intention behind responding to it? And then that's when I got to see the Scooby-Doo mask take off as my ego.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, I'm not going to do that.
Got it.
Yo, this thing is...
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
smell
for
it,
doing
right?
that.
You smell it, right?
Yeah, I do smell it. Got it. Ooh. I want to look at this. That was kind of cool too.
So it's another thing that happened online.
Yeah.
Supposedly a siren, which if you saw Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
These are the things.
1 sec.
These are, so if you guys saw Wakanda Forever with the water guy, I don't know his name, Water King.
What is his name? Can we find out?
Water King. But they had these things called sirens, and the sirens sung the song. When they sung their song, their chant, people would just start killing themselves, jumping off the boats and stuff. So this video popped up today in which a person who's out in sea said he heard somebody pretty much telling him jump off. And then I'm not gonna spoil it. You can watch it.
All right, we'll just press play. Oh wait, I wonder, are we sharing sound? Let me just do it again, just in case. We want to share the audio, yes. Okay, here we go.
We got another one over here. What are those? What the fuck's going on? On each side of the boat? What are those trails called? What's something swimming fast underneath that water? Something swimming real fast underneath that water. I hear him. Where's she at? What the fuck is that noise, bro? What is that noise? Where are you? This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Wow. Wow.
That's crazy, right?
That is kind of crazy.
So I said, whoa.
And it was funny because you like playing that the thing from the song from Wakanda Forever of the sirens.
You know how they say like movies have like a true meaning to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there.
Also, they said in Little Mermaid that that's how Ariel attracted Eric, because she had like siren song. Like that was why the witch took her voice.
Because
Mm-hmm. Like that was her siren magic abilities. And I didn't know that. That was a neat thing that they brought out that was different from the Disney version.
it's fixing this plug.
Good thing you were here to detect that.
I'm seeing if I turn it on so they do the same thing.
Yeah, I'll talk about that for a second. Little Mermaid, the movie. Thank you, husband, for suggesting the field trip to go see it. I think that the actress that played Ursula, she was like on point. Like her voice and alignment with the character was just so good. Halle Bailey too. She did a good job. There were some differences in the movie than in the original movie. Like all of her sisters had different names than in the Disney version. They had, and also they were from like the different areas of the ocean. So that was neat. And if you think about it, it is kind of like it's just one big ocean. It's not really like there's a separation in it. Like you don't have to go over land to get to one part from the other part. You just go around the continents.
Triton was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his staff was his home.
Right. Because each of the mermaids was like different
races and stuff.
Yeah. But it was good. I like that they brought it back and did another remake. I saw on YouTube that they kind of like show some of the behind the scenes of how they did it, and it looks so different. Like with the green screen and all of the equipment and what the actors actually look like while they were filming. That's a big deal. Putting together a big production like that, I get why it takes the time that it takes. So it's good stuff. Good. I liked it as its own separate movie. I'm not comparing the two. I wouldn't compare the two.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. But obviously, the normal thing to do is compare. Let me compare this current relationship with a previous relationship. Let me compare this current job with a previous job. Let me compare this burger with a previous burger. Like even from the same restaurant, let me compare the burger I have today with the burger that I had another day.
Yeah.
When it's two different environments, even with that, something so simple. But then with movies, people, there's like a remake that happens, and then people are basing the remake off the originals. So like the same thing with what I'm about to say. Same thing with the recent Matrix that came out. People were basing that one off the last one that came out in the 90s, was like way beyond its time when it came out. Like some next level stuff. And they're basing it off of that. Not to like take consideration of the different actors that are in it.
Yeah.
The different times that there is now and everything else, the energy and so many different stuff that went down in it compared to this one. And when you just base it, like you say, like a new experience is a new experience.
Yeah.
So you can actually take it in for what it is, a new experience.
Yeah.
It's like the Aladdin that came out.
Yep. Very different. Because it's a different movie. So true. Aren't we different from day to day?
Moment to moment.
Yeah. Do you compare yourself to yesterday or the day before?
Not as much. But be interesting. I do reflection and then leave the Akasha records open before I go to sleep.
Did you go back?
Yeah.
Did you get what you wanted to get?
Yeah.
How did you know you were going to go back?
Because I decided to go back.
Okay.
It's not like hold a grudge. Oh, you went to sleep in it. It's actually like next level. Like you open it up and go to sleep in it. You're exploring it while you're sleeping. So like I was like in there, like literally I was in there. Like a vivid dream of me being in like a crazy library type of thing, like some next level stuff. Opening up books and like going inside the books and different wormholes and stuff. It was pretty cool. Highly recommend it. Well, it's not for the faint of heart either.
Interesting. Why do you say that? Just to say it?
I just thought about the water thing. We were talking about water. And this didn't get as much attention. I heard about this, but supposedly, and this is what other people are like, okay, so like you searching for these people, for the 5 people that are lost, like not gonna say like, oh man, like forget these people. But supposedly in Greece, they say refugees are leaving in a boat tip, and there's like, I forgot, there's a lot of people that's in the water. And they were focusing more to search for these people than it was for those people to fell over the boat.
Got it.
Or even if they did, I don't know. So it's interesting. I'm like, it really is, but
well, the question becomes like, who is they that is doing the focusing?
I mean, they.
You said they didn't focus.
The people who are searching.
Who?
The search teams.
The search teams? How do you know?
I'm just reading the news on TikTok.
What is news? And look at your source.
But also, I haven't heard about this boat thing. I'm hearing more about the submarine thing than I heard about the boat thing.
Right.
And I started hearing about the boat thing now. I was like, oh, wow, interesting.
Right. So who is the they that's doing the focusing on either the Titanic stuff or the this that you're talking about?
These.
Right.
The world.
Is it? I think the media is mediating.
Pretty much. Media. Oh. Ooh.
So from a PR perspective,
I like it.
It makes sense.
Meaning? let's get into the world of a PR perspective.
I think that it may be of more interest because, you know, a media company is looking to accrue views, right? So it would be more interesting to talk about
The trending topic, right?
The trending topic, or something that has recognizable brands in it. Everybody knows the Titanic. Not everybody even knows where Greece is on the map.
I don't. Even billionaires as well.
Billionaires, right? Like, there's a whole lot of touch points, which is why when we put out things like pitches and press releases as as who we are, who we are is magnificent and magical and great, and we get to take into consideration what the media's job is.
To mediate. Are they really mediating now?
So we get to give them newsworthy, noteworthy touch points or angles about what it is that we're doing and who we're being. Right, Dale?
I was seeing my post get denied in a group just now, and I was like, why did they get denied for it? But now they got schedules and stuff. Talk about media. It's different days.
Schedules for what?
For different topics during the week. Mm-hmm. So like this day you could post about this. This day you could post about that. So structure. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's interesting. I was like, oh, I just acknowledged myself for some growth because like older version of me would have said something different about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but hey, I'm just part of the ship. No pun intended. Part of this voyage. So it's those things, you know. Like here's what it is. What is your choice? How do you choose to respond to it? I have taken control of it.
Got it.
All out of love. I'm so lost without you. It's only 34 minutes.
And that's okay.
I was about to say that, so.
I hope you like our show.
So what's the other thing? Talked about that, talked about the sirens, talked about Greece, talked about rappers, things like that. Talked about limiting beliefs. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I am good now. Something else I can really think about. Oh.
What?
I don't have any videos on that.
What?
Supposedly, when they're saying how the alien got spotted in Vegas.
Let's find out.
It's on YouTube, though.
All right. YouTube. And it was a what? Well, that's near Area 51, isn't it? 4 days ago? Alleged UFO crash? Is that what we're looking for, or is that something different?
I think so.
Interesting. We got a Ring camera set up. Let's see what
streak seen across the sky, now seen around the world. This, as our 8 News Now investigators confirm, Metro actually set up cameras at this home where a family called 911 claiming to see aliens in their backyard. And tonight, a fierce debate is underway about the legitimacy of an alleged UFO crash. Good evening, I'm Janice Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Our 8 News Now investigators reporting about terrified members of a local family who told police they had aliens in their backyard. Chief Investigator George Knapp here to piece it all together.
You know, as with all things UFO, the public debate is ferocious and ongoing. Was it all a hoax? Were we duped? Was it all an evil plot, a cover-up, all of the above? We took another look at the hubbub to separate wheat from chaff. The fireball captured on a police body cam on the night of April 30th was real. The American Meteor Society says witnesses reported seeing it all across the West, from northeastern Utah to Southern California. Another Las Vegas resident sent us a video of the same object recorded on her home camera.
Investigation by Nexstar station KLAS.
As the story of the Las Vegas incident spread across newscasts and social media, one of NASA's planetary defense officers weighed in to say it was likely a small meteor that fell to Earth hundreds of miles away from Las Vegas. Police videos obtained by 8 News Now indicate Metro officers were among the witnesses.
One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious.
The appearance of the meteor seemingly triggered the events that followed. A frightened family called 911 and told police they had 10-foot-tall alien beings in their backyard. Officers responded to the home minutes later, interviewed the witnesses, canvassed the area, and cautiously inspected the backyard to look for intruders. One thing noticed by the officers was a circle in the soil. In conversations with us and in a podcast interview, Angel, the main witness, suggested the circle might have been created when an unknown object landed in the yard. Social media sleuths have since pointed out that the circular image has been viewable via Google Earth for more than a year. The family told us by phone they had seen suspicious vehicles with men in black types checking out their home. Turns out there is substance to that. A retired police officer fessed up on News Nation that he spent days staking out the house to see what, if anything, unfolded. What about those reports that Metro installed a special surveillance camera atop the house, presumably to watch for intruders, human or otherwise, or overzealous media? Turns out that's true as well. Metro confirmed as much in a statement to 8 News Now's David Charnes. The system stayed on the roof for days. What about the Ring camera video with the weird noise? The main witness, Angel, intimated to us the video was recorded by one of his neighbors, and the audio was from the April 30th UFO crash. It wasn't. The security camera video was recorded in mid-April, according to the man who first posted the clip. He doesn't want his name used, but says the recording was from a fireball that passed over his home in the southwestern part of the valley 2 weeks prior to the alleged alien encounter. The family declined to be interviewed by us, but members have spoken elsewhere and stick to their claims of seeing aliens in the backyard. Dozens of people on social media have analyzed and dissected the images with various claims of aliens spotted in the shadows. Police do not believe this was a hoax call, which could be a crime if done intentionally. In the fervid swamp known as UFO world, our coverage of the story was itself seen as a dastardly plot to distract attention away from a prominent whistleblower named David Grush, who stepped forward around the same time. Grush unveiled his explosive on-camera account on News Nation, which is owned by the parent company of KLAS. In spite of the local news story, Grush's story was reported by news media all over the world. Curses foiled again.
All right. I mean, so what do you make of this whistleblower, David Grush?
I'm not. I'm not. Interesting.
Interesting time we're in right now, right?
Aren't they all?
And then, what was it, last week, the smoke?
Oh, was it last week?
No, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
They're everywhere.
It is. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today.
And until next time,
stay
magical.
You've been listening to our Daily Magic podcast with Kai and Dell. Please like, subscribe, and tune in next week for another magical episode. Visit www.ourdailymagic.com for more. Thank you for listening and have a magical day.